Hey there, YouTube fellers and fellerettes. I want to talk to you for just a minute about something. I have quite a lot of old video, working on that Dodge and a few things around here. And I just was in looking at some of that video, and I can see that I did not look well. This was taken back in January, the one I'm going to put up now. And as I said before, I felt a little sluggish throughout the winter, and at one point in the video, one of them that I was watching, I was talking about cleaning the interior, the engine bay on that old blue Dodge, and I said, you know, I just haven't found the energy to do that yet. Well, that's just not like me, you know, but I couldn't see it at the time. But looking back, I can see where I was, I didn't look well in that video. This one I'm about to post, I mean, nothing like the handsome, healthy dude that I am now, you know, picture of health. Anyway, but I just want to say thanks for all the comments and people wishing me well, and I love y'all pieces. You're a pretty good family to me. Y'all been family to me, and really nice and supportive, and I appreciate you supporting this channel and watching these videos. And I've got a lot of footage. I was taking video all winter long. Had the camera out there most of the time with me. A lot of it the radio was playing, so I have to edit that out and put some other background music or something, or not. I've noticed I get a lot of thumbs down on the videos, some of them and some none, and I think it's the banjo music that some people don't like. I don't know if you guys would tell me, you guys that are thumbs down, if you tell me what it is you don't like, maybe I can make better videos. But if it's the banjo music that's bothering you, well, I was a very dear friend of mine, and the mandolin player too, and they're both gone now. And I got to play with those guys. I'm honored to play with such great musicians as they were. So that's kind of just a little tribute to them. And that's just kind of a personal thing, I guess. But that's kind of my signature music. Is that old Woe Mule played on the banjo and WC. Boy, he could tear that thing up, man. So anyway, that's why there's some of that hillbilly music on there, but that's just what I am. I'm hillbilly. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. We'll get on this video. I was showing the dual exhaust on that truck, and I took a lot of footage back in the winter, but I wasn't making videos. I just didn't feel like going in there and editing and taking the time that I do. I put a lot of time in these videos, sometimes hours, editing and putting music in and so forth. But anyway, I love y'all pieces, and thank you so much for being so supportive of this old hillbilly, and I hope you keep coming back. Let's get on and take a look at that old Dodge. It's a pretty cool old rig. I'm looking for my muffler hangers, my tailpipe hangers. A little strapped about so long, you know, got metal on each end. You can weld it up somewhere and then attach it to your exhaust pipe with a clamp. Can't find them. I know I've got about 4 brand new ones, a couple of different styles and length and whatnot. Ever since I cleaned my shop, got it all organized, you know, can't find nothing. One fellow on YouTube, someone has declared that he's has the messiest workbench in all of YouTube. Well, whoever decided that his was the messiest probably didn't see mine at times around here, because I think it might have been worse than his, or maybe as good as his is how I should say it, because to use her whom have been declared to have, the messiest workbench in all of YouTube. Don't change it. Don't clean it up, because if you do, you won't be able to find nothing. I did run across one thing though. Well, wait a minute. Let me get back to this. I was going to show you underneath, because I just finished up, pretty much finished up my my dual exhaust system that I installed on the old Blue Diamond. It had a single exhaust. It was leaking. It was rusty. It was wore out. I ripped all that stuff out of there and put in some brand new stuff, built, custom built exhaust all the way back on both sides. And it's kind of funky looking up front, because it's got some curly cues in it, you know, because I had to go around some things, and I'll explain why I did all that the way I did. But anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, I'm going to show you under there here in a minute. But I did run across these old mud flaps. It's been hanging here in my shop for probably the last, I know, at least 10 years. Maybe 12, 15, who knows. I think I bought them for my 73 and then decided to not use them. So I'm going to throw them on this old Dodge. This is kind of what I've been doing, is just using up some old stuff that was laying around to kind of bring this old Dodge back to life. And man, I've had so much fun with this truck. This has really been fun. Just doing the little things, you know, just like new master cylinders. You know, got some new wiper blades over there, and new carpet, just little things. It makes a big difference when you add it all up. But I'll show you underneath here what I've been doing, and you'll have to ignore some of this. Well, I just got a piece of rebar scabbed up there to hold the tailpipe up on the back end of the muffler, because I can't find my straps, my official muffler hangers. But when I find them, I'll put them on and get rid of this temporary rebar stuff. But let me get the light here. I'll take you all underneath, take you on a little trip, you know, underneath the old Dodge 3/4 ton rear wheel drive Positrack. You know, this needs to be cleaned up and a new gasket put on there and all that, but I'm just going to check the fluid level, because I got to leave something for the next guy to do. You know, it needs some new shocks too, but I don't want to do everything on it, because I don't intend to keep it, and the next guy needs to have a little bit of fun too. I need to bend that brake line kind of back down a little bit. I pulled it up like that when we were hauling it home, so I could wrap a chain around that axle and not pinch the brake line. But I'll fix that. If I need to, I'll put in a new piece. I've got some new line here, but our lines don't rust out around here like you'll see in some places. They're in really good shape. I just flushed it out real well, got all the old fluid out and in with the new. But here's my new can y'all see that? Let me get the light in the right place. There's my new dual exhaust system. I had them big old red glass packs on there, but I didn't like the way they were working out and mounting up and everything, so I ordered some cheapos here to put on it. And anyway, some of y'all are going to be shocked here, because you'll see a little bit of paint on this pipe, this exhaust that I built. And all it is some it's just some old barbecue paint, some old flat black heat resistant for painting your barbecue grill. I just used it because it was a part of a can, and I was just kind of cleaning it up, using it up. I've used up a lot of old stuff on this truck that I just had laying around. But what I did was, the way this is bent here, the reason this is built the way it is, you can see it's mounted up there, and then it comes down and takes off on this curve, and then it comes down again and got a little S curve in it there. Goes under this cross member, and dodges the starter. Had to miss the starter. This is all custom built, Archie built, hillbilly custom, as you can see. But I'll explain what I was doing here. I'm gonna show you this other S curve here, and then I'm gonna set y'all on the tripod. But you see, that's real funky. Got a funky curve to it there. I kind of like it. I think it's weird and cool, but I had missed the oil filter, but yet I wanted to come back far enough instead of just coming straight down out of the exhaust and then putting the bend down here low enough to miss the oil filter, well, there's a reason I did that. I wanted to miss this this front axle here. And let me get you guys set up here. Hang on. Just hang on. Don't get excited. Okay, let me get you where you can see some stuff here. Well, you can't quite see yet. I'm going to turn you off for a minute. Okay, the reason we got this funky curve in here, like this, like I said, that top one, so I missed the oil filter, but then I come back before I bend it down and go out the back, because I wanted to miss all this, because I would really like to drop the front end on this thing a little bit, and I would like to give it a little bit of stance, you know, and just look a lot better if it had some rake to it. And if I were to, you see the axle is mounted underneath the leaf springs. If I were to mount the axle, set it on top of the leaf springs, man, I'd drop that thing about, you know, there's 2.5 inches. You know, I would drop it about 3.5, 4 inches or so, and I think that would look a whole lot better. Well, I know it would. The only question I got about is whether my tires are going to clear the front of the fender and the wheel well there. I don't want to. I could put some lower profile tires on there, but you know, the whole point is to not dump a whole bunch of money into this thing. I'm kind of doing this on the cheap and using up what I have, and I had these tires and wheels laying around for the last 10 years or so, and Kerwood used them on his van and his work van, and when he swapped that off, he gave them back. But the thing is, I'm thinking that I may hit here if I drop that. I'm afraid this might get into my tire. I'm not sure. I mean, if it don't clear, it'll be very, very close. I may borrow a wheel and tire off from old 73 Chevy just to see. But anyway, that's the reason for the funky, you know, pretzel build there on my exhaust pipe, is because I'm kind of looking down the road a little ways and thinking that I might want to put a drop front end on this thing a little bit. Anyway, that's about enough, I guess. But yeah, hope y'all don't faint because I put some paint on this thing. If it was my personal rig, I probably wouldn't, but since I'm thinking I'm going to pedal it, maybe. I don't know, my son asked me today, he said, I told him how much fun it was building this exhaust and working around the, you know, putting the kinks in it to get around the axle and all that. I just really had a good time doing that. And he said, well, have you got it to the point where you're gonna hate to part with it or something like that? And I said, well, I don't think so. I think I'll probably go ahead and be able to go ahead and sell it, but I'm not going to give it away, you know. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get those extensions put on back there, and the exhaust comes out up here in front of the rear tire a little bit, and well, actually it comes out, I've got it marked, it comes out right there, 8 inches from there with a little tip. It comes out a little bit here. I had them on there before, but they were the wrong size pipe coming out of the end there, so I changed all that and I got them off now. But I'm getting ready to cut those and put them on, and I've got some exhaust tips that I'm going to put on there. So I guess that's probably enough for now. Maybe too much. See ya.